Midlothian. So we're glad to have escaped last Sunday, but it's going to be a tough recovery at Asheville.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Lisa Ebling. I live within walking distance of the church, moved next door to Tom and Helen Foster a few years ago, and can now with Trace and have wanted to visit a long time, so I'm glad to be here.
Welcome.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jillian Eller, and I use they and them pronouns. I go to the UU of Greenville, North Carolina, which is in the eastern part of the state. I am the youth group advisor, and I'm just here visiting for the weekend.
Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
So we've been here a few times and I've introduced myself before, but my daughter asked that I please introduce her, and she is the fabulous Kaya, and it's for her first time here in the big sanctuary, and we've been visiting a couple weeks and enjoying the services, so looking forward to some great music.
Welcome. All right. Well, now is the time that we greet one another. For those of you who are attending online, you can introduce yourselves in the chat. And for those of us in the sanctuary, please welcome your neighbor. Hafiz, a 14th century Persian and Sufi poet, wrote these words: "Someone sent a band to my house and it started playing at 5 in the morning. I took this as a sign God wanted me to sing. And then the moon joined in, and a few of the tenor-voiced stars, and the earth offered its lovely belly as a drum. This morning we celebrate music, the gift of its making, and the gifts it makes. In times of discord, may we, like Hafiz, discover that mystery sings to us still and wants us also to sing."
Good morning. For our chalice lighting this morning, our opening hymn is going to be number 347, Gather in the Spirit, or Gather in Peace. And so I'm going to read the chorus from that for our chalice lighting. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion, and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Let us rise if you are able, and we'll join in singing hymn number 347 in the gray hymnals.
Good morning. My name is Leanne Luskin. I am your Director of Lifespan Faith Formation. I use she, her pronouns. I am a white woman in my mid-40s. I have sort of strawberry blonde hair that's pulled away from my face. I'm wearing a button-down light blue shirt and a black and white keffiyeh scarf out of love for the people of Palestine this morning. I have the pleasure and honor of serving this congregation's children and youth and families, everyone really, but special focus on our young people. So I get to do this part of our worship, our multi-generational worship services called A Time for All Ages. Sometimes it's a story. A lot of times it's a story, because who doesn't love to be told a good story? Today it's not. We are doing something a little bit different since it's Music Sunday. Our resources, we use a curriculum called Soul Matters. We use those resources in worship services. We use them with flame activities downstairs. Small groups use these resources, and there are monthly themes. So for October, the monthly theme is deep listening. So today feels like the perfect service for the beginning of October, where we can practice some deep listening. The overall theme for the year for Soul Matters is practice, which is speaks to me so much, because that's so much of what we do in this space together is practice living into our principles and our values, and then taking that out into the world. Because beloved community is not just us. We want it out there in the world, right? So in the spirit of practice, where sometimes it doesn't go quite right the first time, might not go quite right the second time, but we get to practice. And built into that idea is that we might make mistakes. And then we try again. And that's okay. And that's part of learning and growing. So I'm going to invite you to join me today in practicing making music that comes from nature. We're going to make a rainstorm song today. Are we in? Can we try? Okay. And I'm realizing that the sound of rain might hurt right now, right? This one we can control. So we are in charge of this rainstorm. So we're going to make these sounds. It's maybe going to get a little bit loud. I've never done it with a group this big before, so we will see what happens. But I'm hoping that through this practice, we can feel what it feels like to make music, nature music, as a big group together. And it helps us work through some of the ways that the world is really painful and difficult right now. And I'm grateful that you're all willing to try with me. Might I have 3 or 4 young or young at heart helpers who might like to come join me up here and help everyone? Kaya, I knew it. Thank you. Come on up. Kaya, you can come right up on these, either the ramp or the steps right here. Any other young or young at heart volunteers? Yeah, I see a hand. Is that Deanna back there? Come on, Deanna. You're used to being up here in front of people, right? Oh, that's not Deanna. It's Athena, and I see Ruby. Oh, we've got helpers. Come on up. Come on up. Athena and Ruby, you can come right around here and come up on the steps. Awesome. Ruby and Athena, can you be on this side? Ruby and Athena, can you be on this side? Perfect. That's amazing. Ooh, we're going to not touch that. All right, so we've got some helpers. Athena, we need our hands, so let's back away thank you so much. All right, so we are going to start on this side, and I'm just going to talk us through it first. Let's not do it just yet. We're going to rub our hands together like this. That's good practice. Yeah. Okay, and then it's going to move across this way. So don't start until you see the person to your right start making their motion, okay? When we get started, I'll let you know. Our next motion we're gonna do is snapping our fingers. We can't all snap our fingers, that's okay. You can do your fingertips on the palm of your hand, if that works better, either way. Okay? And then the last one, we're gonna slap our hands on our thighs. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start on this side, wait for the person to your right to change, and then you change. We'll reach sort of a crescendo, you know how rainstorms do, and then it starts to die off, and then we'll come back this way. So same thing, when we come back this way, wait for the person on your left this time to change, and then you change. Helpers, are we clear? First we rub our hands, and then we snap, and then we're gonna bang our legs, and I'll let us know when to change, okay? Sound good? And you can show everybody how to do that? Does that work? All right. We're gonna use our chime to start our rainstorm and to end it. Everybody know what we're doing first, helpers? Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Get ready. Could you hear it? Could you feel it? And then it's over. Now it's over. Thank you to our helpers. You did magnificent. Thank you.
Annie Duffy from Chesterfield Casa is here to talk to us about our Share the Plate.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Annie Duffy. I use she, her pronouns, and I am with the Chesterfield CASA program. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And we are so grateful to be chosen to be a part of the Share the Plate program, and I am personally grateful to be here chatting with you all today. You all have been so warm and welcoming and kind, and I really appreciate it. Now, a CASA, or Court Appointed Special Advocate, is a trained citizen who provides advocacy to children who have experienced abuse or neglect. So those are often children who are in the foster care system or at risk of entering the foster care system. The CASA is tasked with getting to know that child, gathering information about them and their family, and providing that information to the court. And that information helps the judge make important decisions on behalf of that child. So our advocates are ordinary citizens who are doing extraordinary work. They are an important part of the court system, but more importantly, they can be a listening ear for children who are going through pretty traumatic experiences and a lot of change. They can be a consistent, positive adult who cares about the child, and they can also be a steward of that child's story. They often stay on cases from start to finish, which could be even 2 years or more. So during a time of a lot of change, of living arrangements, schools, friends, family, that child at least has one person who knows their story, who they know cares about them and will be there consistently. So I have not mentioned the one most important thing is that all of our volunteer advocates are volunteers. They are ordinary folks like yourselves who have children, grandchildren, sometimes full-time jobs, lots of other responsibilities, and they choose to give of themselves and try and make the life of a child just a little bit better. So again, I'm so grateful to be here today and tell you a little bit about the CASA program. I will be sticking around for the service, so always happy to chat with anybody who's interested, but thank you all so much.
Ways to give will be shared on the screen, and we thank everybody for their gifts this morning.
We have so much music this morning, and deep appreciation to all those in our woodwinds and brass and our strings. Thank you. Thank you. Hayat said, "Who would have expected so much wind inside?" There's a well-known phenomenon at my house around meal times. See, in our family, we have really strong feelings about food, which are expressed openly and loudly, for good or ill. However, my youngest child, Asa, his appreciation of food really cannot be missed. Because you know how sometimes when kids are really into what they're eating, it just goes remarkably quiet? Not Asa. When he really likes his food, he cannot remain quiet. He will start to hum. He will hum out his pleasure through each bite. Every chew becomes musical. He vibrates with pleasure. And I can tell you that when you've made the meal, even if it's a frozen pizza, that humming feels better than getting a Michelin star. Now, much of the music that we cherish also comes from this kind of place, an experience, a feeling, a knowing that cannot simply be conveyed by speaking. We need music to express it fully. We cannot simply talk about our love, our anger, our sorrow, our gratitude. We must hum, sing, play, pound, dance. When we are deeply moved, making music helps us to vibrate that meaning into the world, to share it with others. And even as some among us are moved to make music, our bodies are moved to action by music. That could be simply moving our bodies, literally, or moving to action, like taking political action or making a change in our own lives, the way we think about things, the way we understand. Music gets away around our defenses. It gets past just our rational brains and helps us to let go, to open up, to feel, to move. When I am in sorrow or fear, music helps me to move through it, inviting lament, deep breaths, sometimes a good cry, and it makes room for compassion and hope. And when I am in a rage, music helps me to stomp and shout and to get unstuck. And when I am connected to joy, I remember as a child attending so many performances out here at Dogwood Dell. And we'd pack our picnic basket and gather to listen to classical and blues and rock and jazz and gospel. And once the music got going, it wouldn't be long until a lot of children and a few adults would start to swarm the cobblestones down in front of the stage to dance, spinning and grinning and sometimes bumping and stumbling, but the music would pick them back up and set them stomping and dancing again. And to see the smiles on the faces of those watching, I think many of those still seated were dancing right along with those sweaty, spinning children. And still today, I consider that a great spiritual practice. This morning, as we listen to the gifts of these musicians and the songs of hope they have chosen to share, I invite you to think about how music has shown up in your life, how you have used it or created it, how it has moved you. How has music changed your life?
I was born by the river in a little town, and oh, just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. When I go to the movie and I go downtown, somebody keep telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me. Back down on Dundee. There've been times when I thought I couldn't last too long.
invite you to join me in the attitude of prayer or meditation. There's so much happening right now, and I want to lift up some of the things that are on our hearts, that are weighing on our minds. First, Diane Merchant passed away last Sunday on her 83rd birthday. She is the mother to Kathy Merchant and mother-in-law to Larry Kruger. So let us hold her and her family and those who loved her. So too do we hold all of those who have been impacted by Hurricane Helene, feeling very closely our siblings in Appalachia who are struggling, who have experienced great loss or know people who have experienced great loss. We hold them. And for all those who continue to suffer from war, and very present right now, as tomorrow is the first anniversary of the war in Israel and Palestine. We hold the grief and the pain and the loss, and we pray for peace. And for all of those who are moved to help, to bring that change, to bring resource and supplies, to make connections, to give of the gifts that they have available to them. These two we pray for encouragement and sustenance. Our meditation hymn this morning is number 157, Step by Step, the Longest March.
Is this on? Yes. Thank you. So I'm Hayat, and I lead Dances of Universal Peace, And some of you have been here before when we incorporated a little bit of that movement, that embodied meditation in our service. So it's an invitation, it's not a compulsion, you don't have to do this, but I want to encourage you to be brave because you'll gain something from it, I think. People always have some amazing experiences when we do these moving meditations. So I'm going to ask that the words be put on the screen. So this is called Peace in Every Step. And I'm going to sing through, and maybe Barry will help me, sing through it, and then I'll talk a tiny bit about the words, and then I'm going to invite you to step into the aisle or come up here, and maybe Todd could help me move this a little bit, that way, just to allow a little bit more room. Or maybe we don't need to, but at least your instrument. All right. So let's take a moment first just to be sure we're in that place inside, centered in our heart, connected to the earth through our feet. And these intentions that we hold are very powerful energy that we put out into the world. So would you play a note or some notes? Okay, goes like this. Peace, peace in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. Peace, peace in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. And then in Arabic, peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. And then the Hebrew for the same phrase. Shalom aleichem, aleichem shalom. Peace, peace in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Shalom aleichem, aleichem shalom. And you're doing great. That sounds beautiful. And just stay in your heart as much as you can. That's the key, to really feel it in your heart. What we're going to do is, during the peace in every step part, we're going to be just walking on our own. And I might ask Kathy, to help me. Are you able to do it? Okay, all right. I didn't ask her ahead of time, so. But Kathy's a regular Dances of Universal Peace practicer. Come on. Yeah, is that okay? All right. So I've adapted a dance that's usually done in a circle for us to be able to do it in the aisles and partnering with each other that way. So we're just going to demonstrate, and then I'm going to invite you to stand up and sing and do the movements. And it's okay if it's not perfect. This isn't about any sort of idea of perfection. And if there are people who can't stand up or can't walk or don't want to, and you still want to be included, please, people, notice who's around you that is sitting and include them in the wishes for peace. All right? So this is hard because I have to set this aside for a minute. So we're going to just walk around, and we're walking past other people. So help us sing. I can't hear it. Okay, don't worry. Peace, peace in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. And then, assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Shalom aleichem, aleichem shalom. And I envisioned actually something that's hard to do when I have to put this aside, which is All right, so I invite you to stand up. You did a great job singing the song. Have a little courage, don't worry. And the important part is connecting with your partner. And so we'll just do a few rounds together. All right, are we ready? And the kids can do it too. All right. Here we go. Peace, peace, in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. Salam alaikum, alaikum assalam. Shalom aleichem, shalom. You can always have 3 people in a group too. Peace, peace, in every step, bring peace to the world with every breath. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Shalom aleichem, aleichem shalom. Peace, peace, in every step, bring peace to the world with every breath. Peace, peace, in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Shalom aleichem, aleichem shalom. Peace, peace. One more time. Every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Shalom aleichem, aleichem shalom. One more piece. Peace, peace, in every breath, bringing peace to the world with every breath. Peace, peace, in every step, bringing peace to the world with every breath. All right. Thank you for participating. We have a table out there for later for you to learn more.
In the interest of time, we are skipping a song or two, but I would like to take 10 seconds to say that all of the music programs in this church are available to everyone regardless of skill level. I started violin this summer. I stink at it. You can come too. I don't care what you play, I don't care what you sing, come see me, I've got a place for you. Go music department. That's a different, we changed that on Thursday, so you're on your reflection right now.
Ooh. Thank you, Hayat. Thank you. There is a lot happening in the world right now. The noise of storms and war and injustice and violence are all too loud, and amplified further still by a media and powers that profit from the fear and from the sense of helplessness that many experience. But music touches and soothes us, rallies and galvanizes us, and pulls us together. The alienated parts of ourselves and the alienated people among us. Music can get around our defenses, our rational brains, and help us to let go, to open up, to feel, and to move. But what about when letting go or opening up or even feeling seems like too much? In a recent conversation, some colleagues were talking about music, and Reverend Margalie Belizaire shared that sometimes she resists listening to music because she is not yet ready to let go. Has anyone experienced something like that before? The honesty and self-awareness of that statement made me want to pause everything for a minute. Because sometimes we are not ready to let go, to move, to feel. We want to stay in that place. It feels safer to keep our heads down, or to stay in our intellect, or to cling to our anxiety, or our fear, or our what have you. And Reverend Margalie understood that to listen deeply to music is to risk being moved, being changed. The Band-Aid might get ripped off. The dam might be swept away. The mask might be shattered. We might have to feel or know or move through things we are not yet ready for. We might not be ready to let go. And still, the rhythms of the earth spinning, of the hours and days passing, the seasons changing, those rhythms continue, calling us back to the dance. As we approach the election, I invite you to reflect upon how you are moving or resisting moving through this time, how you are engaging with the world, with other people, especially those who might think or vote differently from you. What is it that grounds you during times of uncertainty? How are you caring for yourself and others? What feelings or assumptions or expectations are you clinging to? And what are you ready to let go of? What is the music that you would make for this time? Election Day is 1 month away, and there are a lot of people having a lot of big feels about that. And for many, it seems like so much hinges on the outcome of this election that it will be either the best or the worst thing ever. And because of this, Jamie and the First UU House Band wanted to pick songs about hope for today because that's what we need right now. We need songs of hope to bring us comfort, to encourage us to reach for joy and connection even when we are anxious and scared, and to remind us of what's most important, that no matter the outcome of this election, our work in the world remains unchanged and steadfast. No matter the outcome of this election, our work in the world remains. What blessings are songs of hope at times like these?
don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell. You don't know my kind in your world. Very soon the time will tell. You telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind, but I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street, taking it to the street. Take this message to my sister. You will find her everywhere. Wherever people live together, hiding poverty's spell. Oh, you telling me the things you're gonna do for me. Well, I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street. No need running. Oh, you telling me the things you're gonna do for me. Well, I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Taking it to the street. No more need for running. Taking it to the street.
For our chalice extinguishing, we continue with Hope Continues, adapted from Kevin Hegjoy. When the candle dims, the wax almost spent, the light turns amber like sunset. Still it provides light, still it can kindle a new flame and pass it in its glow. When sunset turns to new days, when seasons transform all, hope continues, uncertain and true, like candlelight, ready to spark again.
Before we say goodbye, or until next time, if you are looking for a way to take it to the streets yourself, we are going to be celebrating our voting rights next Saturday here in the courtyard from 11 to 2 p.m. with Souls to the Polls. You can sign up to get a ride on Election Day or to provide a ride for someone else. We'll have an election trivia game and a lot of activities and snacks for all ages. We'll be writing postcards to voters, nonpartisan, and learning about who is on the ballot and so much more. We hope you will come. We hope you will bring people from the community with you. We hope to see you here. you be brave enough to vibrate. May you be open to changing and to being changed. May you be comforted and grounded by steadfast and liberating love. And may you find 100 ways to sing, play, and dance your way through this world. Amen, Ashe, and blessed be. Our closing hymn, I don't know if you're in the mood for it, but I sure am. It's number 201, Glory, Glory, Hallelujah.
do.